Kentucky started slowly this season, but after beating Florida yesterday, appears to be off the bubble and into the tournament. We welcome in the coach of the Wildcats, Billy Gillespie. 12 wins in the conference. You have to feel good about your tournament chances now, don't you?
Yeah, we do, but, you know, we want to go to Atlanta and try to continue to play well and try to continue to win games. It's been fun in conference once we got our health up to a pretty good level, and then we lose Patrick Patterson later, but it's been a lot of fun. But we are going to Atlanta with, just like all the other teams in the conference, to try to win the tournament.
Billy, you mentioned how much fun it is now. I know it couldn't have been much fun early in the season because you had a couple of humbling losses early, the obvious one to Gardner-Webb. And at that point, did you find that you were questioning yourself about what you believed in at that point of the season?
No, not really. I mean, coaches are stubborn, and I'm definitely stubborn, but I think in a good sense. And I knew that if we got our guys back, and you know, that was part of it. And then me being a new coach and trying to get guys to do certain things a certain way, that was another thing. It just took us a little time to adjust to each other. But the biggest difficulty for us at the start of the year was injuries, and the best part about it was no matter what happened to us, we've had just so many injuries. I think guys have missed 37 games. 6 out of our top 7 guys have missed games. They never accepted any kind of excuses, and they kept getting better and better, and that's why we ended up winning 12 games in the conference.
You had success at UTEP. You had success at Texas A&M. I'm not denigrating them, but you jumped into the biggest pond in college basketball. Were you actually aware of how big it was at Kentucky, or were you surprised by it?
Well, I'm still living through my first year, and I think that I could. I've almost made it through a year, and I'll tell you what, it's something that you have to experience. I don't think that you could be prepared for it until you get through it and go through a year, through the season, through recruiting, through the downtime or whatever, if there is any downtime. But it's fantastic. I mean, you have to be on your toes all the time. You have to be sharp. But when you have an opportunity to coach at the greatest basketball traditional school that there ever has been, won more games, won more championships than anyone besides UCLA, and have unbelievable resources, have unbelievable fans, have the best home court advantage. I mean, there's going to be some times that are tough, but if you have all those advantages on a daily basis, you would take it in a heartbeat. There's not one coach in America, or maybe there's one coach or a few coaches that wouldn't want that challenge, but I know this. I like to win championships, and they've won championships here, and that's what we came here to do, and we're going to try to do it.
I remember reading a profile in the New York Times of you last year which depicted you pretty much as basketball obsessed. I hope that's a fair phrase. And I'm just wondering, Billy, you go to Kentucky and you get into this, as Tony said, bigger pond. Are you more obsessed? Is that possible than you were previously?
I don't think so. I mean, I love it. It's not a job to me. I love it. If I have an opportunity to not be doing something with our team, watching tape for our next opponent, recruiting or doing any of those kind of things, I like to watch basketball. I like to be around basketball people. So it sounds bad when you use the word obsessed, and I understand that's a word that's probably fitting, but it doesn't seem obsessive to me because I love doing it so much, and I could do it 24 hours a day, every single day of the year. I love it.
I will get you out of here so that you can spend more time doing basketball. But you lost Patrick Patterson, and still the team has held together. How far can you go in the NCAAs?
I don't know. You know, I think this team has been playing NCAA tournament games since the 1st of January, and we've played 15 really close games in our conference. Vandy put it on us pretty good, but we played 15 games, and we won 12 out of those 15, and all of them came down to the last minute, just like yesterday's game against Florida. So I think our team is very, very battle-tested. I think we've been in games that March Madness is all about. There's been all kinds of crazy things happen at the end of games. We've been lucky enough to win 12 out of those 15 close ones. And we have 2 great senior guards, and you never know what those guys can do. When Patterson went down, and that was a devastating blow for us, but we rebounded very, very well. Had a chance to win at Tennessee, which was #1 at that time. And then we go to the next game. You don't know where all your points are going to come from. Your 2 senior guards combined for 55. So I think this team has a very, very strong belief in themselves and all their teammates. And I think anytime you have belief, you never know what can happen.
Thank you very much for joining us, Bill.
Appreciate it.
Hey, it's an honor to be on your show. Thank you.